we're going to examine 10 stories, 10 different muscle building mistakes that we have all been guilty of in this very special episode of Why You Are Not Building Muscle. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled to the screen, your ears glued to the speakers, and let's learn some shit. Already see the growth. Story number one, we ventured down to man that thinks that just lifting those 3 to 5 reps is gonna get him all the muscle in the world. Of course, it's heavyweight. Of course, we've seen big guys like Ronnie Coleman, Branch Warren, and any other person that lifts a lot of heavy weight look really big and do some stuff, but will that work for you? No, it is not going to work for you. Because not one type of exercise is going to help you build muscle, but more so the process. There's obviously sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, which we've already talked about. If we're just trying to increase the overall volume in our physique to grow the shoulders and the biceps and the chest and legs that we want, we're looking at a longer set, less weight, looking at about 70 to 75% of your 1 rep max. Sets last between 30 to 45 seconds, resting about 1 to 2 minutes. Going in training thinking that lifting heavier weight, shorter period of time, yes, for sure, it'll make you stronger. You will get strong 100%, but that's all you will get. If you want to build muscle, we have to stimulate the muscle by increasing the overall volume outside of the muscular cell. We've all done it. Junk volume, yes, we spent hours and hours in the gym thinking that the longer we spend in the gym, the bigger our muscles are gonna grow. The more efficient the workout is, but actually it's the quite opposite. It's just wasting a lot of time. If you think about it, being in the gym, just training over and over and over again, just kicking a dead horse, like how long do you really need to be in the gym for? I got the answer for you. If I said it before a million times, not a million, a few hundred, but if you think about it, if you did 20 hard sets and a set lasted a minute, and that's a hard minute. Let's be serious. No one's lifting anything for a minute. Let's just say it lasted a minute and you rest for 2 minutes. That's 3-minute set. The set and the rest. 20 hard sets gives you about 60 minutes, right? Let's just say you kind of like, let's give some time for changing the weights around and finding a different machine. Hour and 20 minutes. Why in the gym for 2 hours, 3 hours? It doesn't equate to building more muscle. What it does is it reduces your recovery time after. Junk volume is the reason why you're not building muscle. And that brings us to mistake number 3, doing way too much cardio before you work out. It's a very, very simple reason why you shouldn't do that before you work out. If you're trying to build muscle, you want to be as efficient and have as much energy as you possibly can within the time you're training, hopefully sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, to build the muscle. But if you're spending way too much time doing cardio, guess what? You're not going to have all the energy you need for the workout if you've given most of it to your cardio. So try and break your cardio up. If anything, if you're trying to lose fat, or say you're competing for a show or you want to dice off a few pounds before the end of the summer, I would say breaking it up totally. Do it in the morning, separate from your actual workout, or do it at nighttime. But don't put it all in one. And if you are going to put it all in one, at least put it after, not before. The bro split. Training one muscle group a week. It's not gonna be that optimal for you. Now, if you have time constraints and you can only make it to the gym 5 days a week, then I would suggest you make your programming based around the muscles that need the most amount of attention. So if you need your shoulders or chest that much more attention, then make sure it gets twice a week. If you got nice strong legs, big legs, built overall, then you really only need to train your legs maybe once a week. And that leaves you 4 of the days to divide up with other muscle groups to be able to train them twice a week. But training once a week is not necessarily gonna be beneficial for you if you're trying to really build muscle. If you have the time to train, I would train 6 days a week, doing a push-pull legs, maybe got my ebook, it not be your best option.
Guys, if you're doing this, please stop. Check out this video right here, right now.
Okay, listen, I said it before, last video I did. If I see any guys doing that exercise, number one, I'm coming for you. Number two, if you actually make a machine like that, if it's engineered properly, I want to cut. We'll talk about it. Talk to my manager, management@johnnyshreveinc.com. We can chat. I'm gonna say it a gazillion times. I'm gonna say it until I'm blue in the face, and I'm almost there, okay? Stick to the basics. You're not confusing your muscles by doing some weird shit, putting yourself in harm's way. The best thing to do is be consistent with overall technique and effort over and over and over again till you build muscle. Don't do all this extra stuff that's not gonna help actually build muscle. Trust me, the extra stuff is just extra fluff. Okay, bust a myth. Bust a myth, we're mistakes. I mean, this is obvious. If you don't know this one, man, I'm glad you're watching this. Make sure you eat enough protein. Like, getting an overall good amount of calories is good, but understand this. Macronutrients have purposes. They all have a job to do. Protein being one to help replace muscle. Also, skin, hair, nails, all those things, protein, all those things protein embodies. Amino acids, you need them. So make sure that you're giving yourself a proper amount of protein. How much is that? Well, between 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per body weight. Now, if you're in a deficit for a bodybuilding show or you're trying to cut, increase your protein a bit. If you're trying to build muscle, make sure you're eating the top end of the protein. If you're just really trying to sustain it, you can't go wrong with eating 1 gram to 1 pound of body weight of protein. Eat your protein. Get your damn protein. Now this one's pretty much the same as last one almost, but it's eating way too less calories. If you're trying to build muscle, you need to be in some form of a surplus. I'm sorry, but being in a deficit is gonna make it very, very hard for you to gain muscle. If you're trying to gain muscle, then we have to be eating a little more food. Now I know we're gonna talk about main gaining. Yes, main gaining might work if you're on TRT or whatever, but for those regular Joe out there who are completely natural, you're going to need to be in a little bit of a surplus. Does that mean lean bulking or putting on a bunch of fat? No. Putting on weight does not equate to putting on muscle. So if you're going to put yourself in a bulk, or better yet, if you're going to increase your calories, increase it by small increments on a week to week and see how things are improving. But don't just put a bunch of food in your mouth and think you're going to gain a bunch of muscle. But also, don't think you can starve yourself and put on muscle in the process. If you're trying to lose weight, try to build muscle. You can't be in an extreme deficit and expect to put on some pounds. Some people ask, what's my stack to build muscle? Well, supplements, obviously. Who needs food? ISO Smooth. Keto Fast. Immune. Yeah, listen, I get it. Yes, I use supplements too. Yeah, I do use all those supplements that you see in the video, but I don't rely on those things. The biggest mistake is thinking that you can rely just on your supplements to build muscle. Even those who are taking enhancements. I know a lot of people who are using enhancements. Like enhancements? I know a lot of people who are using enhancements. How dare you use enhancements? Those cheaters. Proper Pete over here with perfect articulation. Have you been using enhancements? Don't use enhancements. Back to the show. Back to the show. Whether you're on steroids or over-the-counter supplements, you need, number one, good work ethic, and two, stimulating the muscle properly in training, and three, you need to actually eat food, proper food to actually help you build muscle. Supplements are exactly what they are. They are to supplement. They're to make things a little more, they're there to make things a little more convenient. You know, you're pressed on some time restraints, constraints, whatever you want to call it. Either way, you need a quick little rinse with protein, shake of a shake, down it down, you're good to go. But don't have that replace an actual meal. Supplements are there to supplement, not there to replace actual food and hard work. Speaking of supplements, make sure you guys use my code Johnny10 for 10% off BlueStarNutraceuticals.com. Yes, in that video, that's exactly what I have been using, except for the test booster. I actually don't use the test boosters at all. I just don't. Everything else, I use it and it works, and it makes my life that much more convenient. So, use my code Johnny10 for 10% off Blue Star Nutraceuticals. Back to the show.
If you believe that I need extra sleep after a night out, you are lame. I'll go to bed at 6 a.m. and I'll wake up at 6:01 and start doing push-ups.
Sleep is for pussies. If you want to sleep, who's sleeping? I don't sleep. I only sleep when I'm dreaming of money. But then it's only 5 minutes sleep because I'm awake the entire time making money. All right, anyway, sleep. Now, I know you guys heard of it. I know you guys heard of sleep. I know you guys heard of that thing. You guys ever heard of that thing before, sleep? You know what I'm saying? Like you close your eyes and then you wake up, it's almost like you went through another dimension because it's the next day. It's so cool. Hey, you guys heard about sleep? Hey, sleep, you heard of it? I tried it yesterday. It's unreal. I've been awake for like 6 years. Hey, you heard about that sleep thing? You heard about that? Sleep is crucial. Sleep is almost more important than actual training. Kinda, because you need to train still to be able to recover when you sleep. Either way, sleep. 6 hours minimum. Like 6. If you're not getting at least 6, like get to sleep. Go to bed early. I don't know, wind yourself down, get rid of the screens, whatever it is. It's not like you're a parent or something like that, but get some sleep. If you don't get any sleep, you're not gonna recover. That's when all the magic happens. Recovery, all that stuff. Do you know that? Do you know you actually like burn away calories? You vaporize at nighttime, you sleep and you vapor. Like literally, fat calories vapor away from your body when you sleep. So if you're not sleeping, you're wasting time not getting all those great gains when you're sleeping on time. Oh shit! I'm about to hurt somebody's feelings. Gotta eat big to get big. Ugh. I think every bodybuilder in the world at one point is like, I gotta eat big to get big. Me too. Listen, I'm guilty as charged. Guilty. I'm guilty, officer. Guilty as charged. The biggest mistake people make thinking they can build muscle. Now you will build muscle, 100%. You will build muscle eating your face off, for sure. On the pursuit to building muscle, you're training your butt off, you're consistent, and you're eating just a bunch of calories on a day-to-day. Yes, 100% you will build muscle. But you will have a lot of excess fat that you will be very uncomfortable with, and you'll be doing some pointless cut for the 19th time because you're bulking and cutting, the bulking and cutting, the bulking and cutting. Again, if you want to build muscle, add a little bit of calories at a time. I'm talking like 200 calories. Then, you week to week, you see you haven't really, put on any more fluff, and you're getting stronger. You can see, lines, a little more lines. Your conditioning stay the same. You're like, I could eat a little more, and you give yourself 100 more calories a day. And you keep going up, and you see yourself actually getting stronger, and you putting on some muscle over the course of probably 6 months to a year. You put on maybe 2 to 5 pounds of muscle. Just saying, just letting you know. If you're natural, you're gonna put on maybe 5 pounds of muscle in a year, maybe, okay? So eating yourself 40 pounds over is not necessary. Do not eat big to get big. Eat moderately, increase your food moderately to get big. That's the best way to put it. It's it. And one more time, thing. Please stop trying to confuse your muscles. Muscle confusion is not gonna help build muscles. It's just gonna confuse yourself. And that is it for today's video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that video and that trip down the muscle myth twilight zone. Something like that, whatever. If you guys like the video, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. I'm gonna call it Tell Like It Is, transparent, vulnerable truth. For coaching, johnnysheed.com. If you wanna know more about my coaching, you can book yourself a 15 to 30-minute consult. At the end of the consult, I deduct it off any package that you pick. Anyway, in the description below for those discount codes and promo codes that'll save your life or change your life for the better. And guys, I'm on Instagram and TikTok. Send me your progress pics, training pics, and your video clips, and I'll repost it for you, because you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.